heart attack. Fast, fatal, heart impact. Past painful scars, in fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact, don't ask, grab reactions, jacked, attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose. Pick a new submerged juice. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now. Y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet now. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kyusho here, and now, before we do continue, let's give a brief little review. In the last part, quite a bit of things have been happening. We had Deku. Deku, he returned back to town after opening up the spirit well. And whenever he returned, he found out something. Luna's family is here. Her mother and her little brother. And right now, after sitting down and having breakfast with them, a lot was discussed. A lot of the things that we do know. Haran is Karnak, Koya's father, Deku's relationship with the girls, and the fact that Vero, Koya's mother, she does believe that Koya is still being influenced by her father. Now, obviously there is a lot of trouble right there. Vero is still fearful of Karnak, and the fact that he taught their daughter bloodbending. Learning that he leads this organization, she has fear that Karnak still has his hooks in their daughter, that he still has influenced her in some sort of way. She knows how he lost it. She knows how he hurt their daughter. And whenever Vero tried to talk to Koya about this and even mentioned her sister, Koya snapped on her. When her sister died, she ran off. Her mother abandoned her and left her with her father. She thought all that money and power would keep her safe, but it didn't do anything. Whenever she was attacked, that's when her father finally snapped, and he hurt her. If she was still there, she would know the full story, but she doesn't. She may hate her father, but hearing her mother talk like there is no responsibility on her part, that is not something that she would allow. Now, there are a lot of things going on right now, both with Koya's family and Deku's. His parents still want to talk about exactly what the hell is going on, since the last time they really did see him was whenever he was scarred by the White Lotus nearly 2 years ago. And the version of Deku they've been talking to, spending time with, and actually bonding with isn't even their son. Now, Koya ran off, and Deku, he went to go chase after her. Whenever he did go to directly run outside, he did go to turn his head, saying Koya, as whenever he did so, he did go to turn. Somebody actually going to reach out with bending, as they do go to directly try and lash something around Deku. Deku going to turn and bring his hand up. Him going to freeze the water before his other hand going to smash it down into the flat palm. Him directly seeing a few people standing there. As some of them, they're mentioning that it really is him, isn't it? What do you want? I'm busy right now. You are the Avatar, right? I am? So what? So we have questions to ask you, especially about what the hell that is. That is a spirit well. From the north. What? I'm not gonna fucking bother you with an explanation, alright? Listen. That connects to the spirit worlds. The spirit world. Like with monsters and demons and everything like that? No. I'm not gonna explain it to you. Look it up or fucking walk through it. Okay? Right now, that is saving the world. I thought that was your job. It is my job, but I opened it. Now, I have a question. How many of you guys have family in the South? Anyone? A few people looking at each other. As Deku, he does mention, he understands that the North and South, they do like to somewhat keep in strong communication. Right now, through that portal, there's another one on the other side, which leads directly to the south. If they go to the portal, they could just walk right through it and go halfway across the entire world or across the entire world within minutes just by going through there. So if they want to complain to him about the portal, go right ahead. But he just gave them access to basically teleportation. So shut the fuck up and leave him alone. Him turning and going to run. And right now we actually have Koya. Koya, she walked away. And right now there's a lot going through her mind. As she's walking down the street, she just goes to look up. A few people are going to turn their heads and stare at her. And right now, she does feel the eyes on her. Her heart's thumping in her chest. And she's scared. And right now, she actually is going to turn and bump into somebody. Before going to back away and look back up. And seeing her father. Her stepping backwards. As her eyes, they fill with fear. Her telling him to get away from her. Her going to turn and run. As the person staying there, they do go to reach out their hands. Ask her if she is alright. Now, there actually is Deku. Deku, he's trying to use the seismic sense. There are a lot of people around here, but he thinks he found Koya. Especially after hearing her shout, he's gonna run over. Him turning to the man, asking him exactly if he saw a woman around here not too long ago. The crazy chick? She's not crazy. Listen, it's complicated, but she went that way, but she looks scared. Deku turning and running. And right now he just trying to chase Koya down. As Koya, she's trying to bolt. Her father's in the north. Her father is in the north. That being what keeps going through her mind. Her going to run into an alleyway, as a few people did see her. And right now the people who saw her, they do attempt to corner her. Since right now, they have a lot that she has to answer for. Now, whenever Koida's getting to the alleyway, she's going to smash into the wall. Her going to try and catch her breath, as it does run through her mind again. Her going to turn back around, as there is actually the three people there. Who are you? Are you with Haran? Who's that? No. We got questions for you. We know all the shit you did. I got friends who've gone missing. Some I haven't seen. They went out to try and hunt. And they went out for their trip. I haven't found or heard about anything from them again. So you mind telling me what's going on? Them bringing their hand up. And attempting to bloodbend Koya. And Koya does get to see that. Her feeling the muscle on her arm, someone begin to start moving upwards into the air. And the person there, they do actually get to look at their friends. Talking about how they thought that she was a skilled bloodbender. And Koya, she's going to bring back her hand. Her bringing it upwards, as the moment she's going to throw it outwards, she does look back towards it. It's covered and soaked in blood. And right now Koya, she's just going to blast water outwards in front of her. One of the men being sent flying backwards and smashing into the ground. As Deku, he does see the man on the ground, he does going to look around the corner and see Koya. Now, the man is going to look up towards Deku. As Deku, he does go look down, he does hear what's going on. Koya is shouting for the men to stay the hell away from her. And Deku does see Koya's hand up. Deku looking back down towards the man as he's going to try and get back up. Deku going to bend down and grab the man by his hair. Him pulling it upwards and smashing him directly into the wall. The men turning and hearing that crunch. And right now they do see Deku, who does just go to drop the man towards the ground before going to turn back towards them. And right now Koya does just stare at Deku. Now, we do actually have Nam. He saw Deku just drop a man by his hair. And Deku, his eyes, yeah, they show pure anger. As Deku is going to step into the alleyway. And Nam, he's a bit concerned. Him going to run forwards and turn into the alleyway. As by the time he does get down the alleyway, he does actually see Deku and Koya. Deku, he's holding on to Koya. And Koya, she's just breathing heavily. And she's not even staring directly forwards. She keeps looking around frantically. Hey, I got you. It's okay. It's okay, Koya. It's me. They he's here. He's here. He's here. He's here in the north. He's here in the north. Now, Nana's gonna look down. The men here, they've been subdued, but that guy has a broken jaw. And that guy, his leg shouldn't bend that way. What did you do? Deku looking up, and so does Koya, seeing her brother. Her gonna turn away, and start to sob directly into Deku's shirt, as Deku is gonna hold on to her. Him looking up. Go. What the hell did you do? It's not what I did. It's what your mom did. What she said, I don't know, this is... I've acted this way before. But she barely responds to me. Koya, are you able to hear me? Koya is just holding on. And Deku, he does gonna try to stand up. However, Koya, she doesn't really let Deku move too well. Him having to zone foot upwards into the air. And right now, it is surprising to Nam. Nam watches Deku carefully. As Deku, he does attempt to carry Koya back to the inn. As he does see the way Deku does act with her. And right now, after Deku, he does walk back inside, he does get to take Koya up to the room. As Vero, she had many questions. Seeing the way her daughter was acting. Her daughter was in a frenzy with tears. And she wouldn't listen to a word she was trying to say to her. And then there was Deku. She heard much from both Luna and you about the man. The man apparently, he's trying to redeem himself. And he's a weird one. But his heart is in the right place, even if it has been twisted by evil. Now, Deku, after getting Koya back to the room, he does get to walk back downstairs. And the rest of the evening, yeah, it does play out somewhat rough. Now, as that actually is happening, we do have over in the south, where Yokits, he gets a phone call. And he does answer the phone. Hello? You failed. I understand. How did you fail exactly? I don't know. The portal blasted open behind us. We tried to retreat and gather back together. We headed back to the base here. But that's just the issue. Both portals are open. And a lot of the stuff I've seen, what does it mean? Everything that you've seen here, Yokits, it is part of our plan. Whenever the worlds do merge together, they will bounce away from each other. They have to get very close. It's like skipping a rock off of the surface of water. There will be tension released. The way we will do it will be quite simple and fast. And it should keep things steady for us. You say that, but I don't know. You doubt me, old friend. I doubt many things. My eyes and my spirit have been playing tricks on me. I see. Well then, if that is the case, I can reassure you, my friend. Tell you truthfully that what we are doing will help. We will save this realm and save the spirit realm. You do understand what I'm saying, correct? I do, but how exactly does it work? How does what work? Saving the realm. If we're gonna rapidly just pop the cork off of the lid or just release all this tension all at once, won't it cause damage? Hmm, I see your point. It may cause damage, yes, but it will cause more damage if we don't. Right now, reality is tearing apart before our very eyes. If I'm correct, something that happened whenever that portal was opened, portals all over the world started to close. Do you know why that is? No, I don't. That's because the tension has been released. However, leaving those portals open for far too long, they will draw dark things in. And, well, there is a particular spirit that I do not trust. One I do not want to come into this realm. For if it does, it will cause havoc. It will. Yes. In fact, that is an appropriate name for this spirit as well. There are spirits who are malicious in nature, but he is something greater. In fact, it was once said that he tried to lead a human extermination in the spirit wilds. The spirit wilds? Yes. Not much is known of the time before man had their own separate worlds. The records that we have kept, they're faulty, if not iffy at best. But these are what I do believe has happened. Whenever the human world and the spirit world split, the last time harmonic convergence happened, before hundreds of years ago, this spirit, he tried to kill humans, feast on them, and corrupt their very essence, corrupt their spirit. I believe that Havoc, he's corrupted spirits before, and some of the ones that would hunt down humans, plague us in our darkest hour. They are spirits such as this. But I don't understand. What does Havoc want? Havoc wants war. That is what he feasts on. The anguish and torment of humanity. Watching us hurt. Watching us bleed and watching us die. It brings some great joy. In fact, it's terrifying to think about, my friend, is it not? Now, Yokits, he does feel a shiver run up his spine. And it almost feels like they're holding onto his arm. They're, well, tightening a grip around it. The bone, it does hurt. It feels like they're about to try and snap his arm off. And his hand does shake. I understand. My friend, are you alright? I am fine. It is just nerves. I'm trying to reassure myself. Tell myself that what we are doing is for the better. No matter how much harm we may have to cause. No matter how much we might have to sacrifice. I see. Yokits, you've always been quite the emotional man. And I will tell you, old friend, once again, this will be better. This will help. If we can achieve this goal, we will prosper. The land known as Japan, their heroes and villains, if we can fix the situation, they will not matter. The villains, they have failed in their goals, my friend. All for One has been put behind bars, and he has been left without his powers. Right now, much is on the line. The world as we know it will come to an end if we are not successful. I understand. When were you going to arrive here in the south? That is hard to say. I have talked to many of the remnants. Right now, we are getting ready. The plan will be waged, and it will be made. we need to come down there and close the portals. I believe that I do have a way. However, if this does happen, then it will be very bad. What do you mean? I'm saying, my friend, if I do close the portals, then someone will have to lead. Somebody will have to step up. And I do believe that you may have what it takes. Lead them into the new age. The world as we know it could be in trouble. And without my guidance, I fear that the end will be closer than we do believe. I do hope that we can come out of this on the other side alive together, my friend. Now, Yokits, he does go to agree. And right now, Haran, he basically is telling Yokits what he needs to hear. He believes that Yokits, since he's still running free, there are two possibilities. Deku never arrived in the south, or he did. And right now, he's running off the assumption of the second one. Deku, he very clearly opened the northern portal first. But in order to open the southern, he may have had to step through it. And that is something that he does find particularly odd. The spirit energy in the air, it is what is drawing his attention. And right now, there is something both up north and down south drawing him in. But up in the north, this presence feels stronger. That must be the Avatar. Now, we do actually have Deku, who right now, he is sitting on the edge of his bed. And he actually is holding Koya. As right now, she is just laying there with him. Deku asking her if she's okay, and if she wants to tell him what happened earlier. I don't know. I saw him. Koya, it's okay. It's okay. Listen, you need to head to bed, okay? You've been panicking all day. Have you even eaten? I haven't. I'm scared. I know. But Koya, your mom, she said something that must have messed with you, right? I mean, the doctor said you just panicked and you shut down that way. Okay? Just tell me if you need to talk. Koya agreeing. And right now, Deku, he does walk out of the room, allowing Koya a moment to herself. And whenever Deku does go to walk out, he does go to close the door. Him turning and going to someone just look around. There's nobody here. And Deku does go to walk towards the wall and go to just sit down towards against it. Him going to just think. Koya had a panic attack. I mean, he's never seen her like that. But the fear, the way she looked at him in that alleyway, the way she just, her eyes. Damn it. Haran, he might have sent a spirit after her. Is that what happened? He reacted similarly whenever he was attacked by a spirit. Hallucinations, visions, and nightmares. Yes, it could just be stress, but is it possible? Maybe, but he should probably check, right? Now, Deku, he feels like he's being a little bit more paranoid. But at the same time, he can't be that paranoid, right? He was attacked by a spirit with Haran, almost before he was murdered by the man. And right now, Deku, he has that thought going through his mind. As he has to directly turn, hearing footsteps. Him going to bring his foot down and shift. As whenever he does go to look, he does see Luna round the corner. him directly looking at her before going to turn his head away. Right now, he doesn't have the time nor the energy to really try and put this up. Try and put on a brave face. Her going to directly bend down and sit next to Deku. Bring her hand up on his own. Ask him if he's okay. No. It's Koya. She had a panic attack. And everything she said earlier today, it didn't make sense. It's her family. That's what I think it is. You do? Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I'm a bit worried too. I've been stressed out a lot lately. About what? If it was about last night, it's fine. I understand it was a whole. No, last night was amazing, but I'm talking about something else. My family situation. Deku looking at her. Family situation? Weren't you raised by waterbenders and earthbenders? I was. Or I thought I was at least one of their children. Or dropped off by somebody. I don't know. I don't understand it. I was watching something yesterday, and the Fire Lord, they spoke in front of the nation. I was concerned about what's going on back home, and Lee pointed it out. It took me a minute to realize it too, but behind him was a girl. She looked almost exactly like me. What? I don't know. Either she's my double or I have a sister. Or I'm royalty, apparently. I'm just. I don't know if I'm seeing things there. Do you think I'm seeing things? Luna. No. Listen. Okay. Fuck. It could be the spirit well. I haven't seen anything weird, but Koya has, and now you're saying that you're seeing something. But this was on TV. Okay. But have you been feeling stressed out? Yes, I have. Okay, okay. Then, how about this? Let's figure this all out and then find out more about this. Maybe as Avatar, I can give some leeway, give some pull. And if we do encounter your sister, your family, maybe we can find out what's going on. I just don't understand it. The fucking Fire Lord might be my dad. And I was raised in the Earth Kingdom. I mean, whenever I start to put the pieces together a bit more, I was raised in a town by the border, and I was a naturally gifted firebender. And the people who raised me, they were always secretive about who dropped me off there. Everything. I don't know. Isuku, I'm freaking out about it, because what if I'm a princess? What if my dad is the Fire Lord? What would that mean for me? Yeah, that's hard to say. But maybe, maybe you're just, maybe the resemblance is uncanny. Uncanny? Izuku, I might have a twin sister. Okay, okay. Listen, Deku bringing his hand up and turning. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Okay? I'm happy for you, Luna, that you're finding evidence, possibly a family, some leads maybe. But the world right now, I mean, it comes first, right? I understand you've been searching for evidence like this your whole life, but it's more important. Okay, thank you for understanding. Is Koya okay? I don't know. I was gonna hop in the spirit world real quick. I wanted to see if she was being harassed by a spirit. Something on the other side messing with her from over there. But I don't know. I thought for a minute I was being paranoid. But after everything I've been hearing about, everything I've been thinking about, it's not paranoia. It's precaution. Do you want someone with you? That would be that would be thankful. Yes. Thankfully. I I think I would. Right. Just Izuku, calm down. You're starting to ramble a bit. Right. Sorry. It's just I know what I saw when I got messed up by the spirit. That went on for months. And it was messy, Luna. It it made me rethink a lot. I don't want her to suffer that. I don't want her to deal with the type of shit I saw. Just hell. That's the best way to describe it. When a spirit wants to mess with you, they make you see hell. Your own personal hell. And I'm scared for her. She thinks that her hell is her father. I can try to talk to my dad, try to confide in him, but he might not like a lot of the things I say. Well, that's fucking a thing for her. For her, it's so much worse. I mean, she fought her dad, was almost killed by him, and had to witness her sister be delivered in a fucking box, piece by piece. Luna? She killed her best friend. And then she tries to rationalize using this power again. And she was convinced by her father to kill again, thinking she was doing the right thing. There's just so much to unpack there. Plus, her quirk. She has a guy from Class 1B's quirk. She kidnapped an innocent person and stole their superpower, thinking it would help her do the right thing. I mean, seriously. Her hell's worse than mine. I might have more blood on my hands, but she's seen worse than I have. I know. But Izuku, you can't blame yourself. Koya, she's strong. But let's go check, okay? Let's check and see if she's okay. Now, Deku, he doesn't get a nod. Before going to start lean backwards and bring his hands up. Him beginning to meditate. As he does find something strange. He slips into the spirit world a lot easier. And right now, he actually does get to stand back up. Him turning and waiting for Luna. As Luna, she does sit there and meditate. And right now, she does try to create immense focus. Her keeping steady before she just sit there. And they could just watch this. The spirit world feels a bit different on the side. I mean, well, the feeling was odd first, or at first. Then there's being there physically, but then there's being here spiritually during this time. The amount of energy in the air. I mean, his spirit, it feels tingly. Now, Deku, he does look back towards Luna. Before she does just sit there. And Deku, he does stare at her. As he does wait. And Luna would eventually slip into the spirit world. As Deku, he does just go to look towards her and nod. The two walking directly through the wall and looking at Koya. Right now, Koya, she's laying down. And she is trying to sleep. As there's nothing above her. There's nothing around the area, and there's nothing that would indicate a spirit is present here. And Deku, he is concerned. Him walking over to the bed and going to sit down. Him bringing his hand outwards to Koya. Him just somewhat thinking. He doesn't want her to suffer nightmares. If he can help her in any way possible, then he should. Deku, he does wonder. Negative spirit energy, it does play a part, right? And with the amount of energy in the air, would he be able to give off some of his to help steady Koya out? I mean, think about it a bit less like spirit energy and more like positive and negative. He was negatively charged. And whenever he was set back to default by the Mother of Faces, he's able to positively charge spirit energy now. So, if he gives her some good energy, would she feel better or at least calm down? Now, Deku is going to hold out his hand. Him trying to attempt this. And whenever he does, his hand is starting to glow. And Koya, she does go from somewhat shifting around a bit and looking a bit nervous to relaxing a bit more. And Deku, he does get a smile. Before the two do go to get up and return to their bodies. And when that does actually happen, Deku, he does somewhat go from sitting down in the pose he is to bringing his legs out and relaxing a bit more. As Luna, she does go to bring her hand out to Deku. Ask him if he'd like to go get something to eat. Huh. Yeah, maybe. Also, after the long week I've had, I feel like getting something to drink isn't out of the question. Now, Deku and Luna would go. And right now there actually was where somebody they were watching this. They're confused. They heard a lot of their conversation. And right now, it sounded messed up. I mean, they didn't personally know their older sister. By the time they were born, she was already, well, dead, you could say. And that's where they're confused. They just watch, hearing that conversation, and then just watching these two sit there for a minute. It was strange. And there actually is downstairs, where Deku and Luna, they are both eating. And she actually does join the two for a drink. As the three of them are sitting there, and Deku is talking about what happened. And the person has come stomping downstairs. Deku turning his head and seeing, well, Nam. Now, Nam is going to walk downstairs. Him telling Deku he wants to speak to him. What is it? It's about my sister. And it's about these two. Okay. Well, what do you want to know? I wish to speak to him personally, if that is all right with you two. I have no stake in what's going on. I believe, so I will allow it. I want to know what he wants to say. If he wants to talk about us, I'd like to hear it, you. Hmm. Maybe so, but he has to speak to Deku personally. I see that, but if he has something to say, he can say it in front of us. No, I wish to speak to the Avatar, Izuku. Izuku personally. Fine, but you two are going to have to leave. Now, Deku hears us stand up, and informing the two that he'll be right back because he'll handle this. Now, Deku and Nom, they do go to step aside. And Nom, after he does make sure that nobody is around to hear him, he does begin to speak. Okay, listen. After everything I've seen today, after a lot I've heard today, after a lot I've thought about today, I want to say something. Okay? Go ahead. Listen, Izuku. You're the Avatar, I get that. Your life is supposed to be fucking bonkers. It's supposed to be fucking crazy. And nobody on Earth will ever compare to the type of shit you might have to deal with. But the fact is, my sister, she's been through a lot of shit. And after what happened today, the way I saw you handle her and talk to her, I mean, she looks at me with disgust and disdain. But can I stop you right there? What? You're only her half brother, right? Yeah? You don't share the same dad. I know that much about you. That is true? Listen, Nom. It's not disdain she looks at you with. It's envy. Does your father love you? He does, I'd like to say. But I'd also like to say that he's proud of me. And that's it. Your sister has the blood of a murderer flowing through her veins. Your sister's been manipulated her entire life by the man. The same man she tried to look for comfort in her darkest hour scarred her and proved to be vile. Scum. Your sister, she wishes she had to die like yours. Has she ever met him? She hasn't, but I talk about him a lot. I look up to him. Okay, then that's all you need to know. All you need to know of your sister is that she doesn't hate you, Nom. And I do love her. I mean, after today, I'm worried. I don't want her to face Karnak. If she faces him, I'm scared of what will happen to her. Honestly, I can't say with a clear conscience that if she's hurt during that battle, Karnak will be alive. Or he'll even be in one piece for that matter. Let alone a piece you can count on a hand. Oh, yeah. So listen, Nom. Whatever you have to say to me, if you're gonna try and tell me to break up with your sister, that I shouldn't be with her, any of that stereotypical bullshit you want to say to me, don't even try. Your sister and I, we went through a rough patch before, and we're still together. I do care for her, Nom. Okay? Well, that's good, but you're gonna have to try and convince my mom then. I mean, she isn't convinced at all that you're not just out to drink and screw my sister. Okay, Nom. Jesus, dude. What? That's exactly what she's thinking. I mean, besides, after everything we've heard about you whenever we got here, and even some of the shit I think I heard last night, dude, you seriously can't say that you're not just. Okay, Nom, shut up. Okay, sorry. But still, I mean, you know how weird everything is. I do. But Nom, this is just part of being me. I mean, my life has never been normal. Now, Nam is a bit confused. And Deku, he does sure talk to Nam. And right now I do believe that is a good point to leave this part off of. I do hope you guys enjoyed. And have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.